Master of Ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. A warm good evening to all. Marriage is a wonderful and very beautiful thing. Some of us dream of the day where we get to marry the one we love. Some of us dream from a very young age for that very day. And yet, some of us dream never to pay for it. Everyone in this room can attest to the fact that I am not your typical Bahraini. Reasons being, I grew up with the disillusionment of weddings. I loved the grand Western weddings. The man in the tux, the woman in the wonderful white gown, the vows of undying love said to one another in front of their loved ones, and the final kiss that seals the deal. I remember the day I was married. I awoke on June 17, 2014, and I was nervous and excited. I wanted to puke and I wanted to dance at the same time, both of which I never accomplished. All in my head that I thought of that day is I'm getting married. I thought about all the arrangements, the food, the venue, the wife, the food, and everything I thought was just thinking. I was too worried. So I had to keep myself busy that day. So what I did, I started pressing my clothes, I took a shower, I shaved, I kept myself busy. But I just couldn't help it. I paced in my house back and forth thinking, what am I going to do? How's it going to be? I just couldn't wait. And when the sun set, finally, my father decides to take me, my kind, quiet father, decides to take me to my auntie's house in Hamatown to finalize the paperwork. I haven't got a clue of what's going to happen. I'm not a very good Bahraini. So I decided, okay, why not? So I wore my average Joe clothes, I went there in the car, and I sat there, carrying my dowry with my wife. It was a special Holy Quran in a special case, and 14 dinars, which was agreed by her family. When we reached the roundabout, where my auntie lived, I entered the door, and what I saw was uncle after uncle after uncle, which I did not know their names. And the worst thing is, I couldn't speak to them because I couldn't speak Arabic. I was lost. And all of a sudden, I managed to understand that there was one uncle who was in charge of the entire paperwork. He was tall, thin, had a beard, wore a thobe. But the problem is, I did not know his name. So for this sake, I will name him Uncle Abdullah. So Uncle Abdullah walks around and he sees this very typical Bahraini man in his average short clothes. And he questions in Arabic, where is Khaled? My father, white man. This is Khaled. Yes? Yes. Can he speak Arabic? No. Oh, I got the sheikh. He can only speak Arabic. What are we going to do? This is a big problem. Khaled thought. When sheikh will come, when he tells you sit, sit. And when he says something, just repeat after whatever he said. Okay? Okay. And we're going to need some money to pay him because he comes from Manama, driving all the way to Hamata, and to make the paperwork and everything. And because to help him. And well, look at you. I had to take out my money, gave it to Uncle Abdullah. And the problem was the sheikh was not there yet. So all that I could do in that house was sheikh and the wife's father. So I sat, and all I saw was uncle, cousin, uncle, cousin. And their names apparently I found was Ali, Mahmoud, Ali, Mahmoud, Ali, Mahmoud. So I was there, nervous. I don't know what was going to happen. Where is the sheikh? Where is the wife's father? When are they going to come? And when they eventually came, I saw the sheikh. He was a wonderful, strong-looking man, a very wonderful soul, Buddhist. He came in, looked at me. He mentioned something. I just don't know what he said. And he told me, Khaled, sit. I did. So I sat. I sat to the right of the sheikh, and the wife's father sat to his left. What he did was, he opened his suitcase and pulled out a nice piece of fancy paper. I couldn't read Arabic, but it is I know. And then he asked me, in Arabic, what is your name? Khaled. Okay, score point. How old are you? 20. Okay, confident. Then he asked questions to the father, and I was happy. Stay there. Stay. And then something came to turning moment. Uncle Abdullah nudged me onto the side and says, now is the time. Repeat. So the man, the sheikh, elegantly, in a wonderful voice, he said something I couldn't understand. He went, Hamana, Hamana. As a Toastmaster for many years, I thought I was confident. But when I saw Ali Mahmoud, all I could say, it went 5 minutes of this. After the end, he just says, okay, say. I said. Okay, you say. He said. And then he said some few words, and he said, he stood up. Done. Done. People were congratulating, they were saying, Mabruk. And I was like, Uncle, what's going on? Habibi, you're married! Where's my tux? Where's my gown? Where are my undying vows? Where's my kiss? I just married because I signed a piece of paper. And her father signed it. So I'm not sure if I married her or the father. I sent a text to the wife saying, we're married. But fellow Toastmasters, I learned something. All these things that I had, these dreams that I had in my life, I would never change any of them because it led me to one path. And no matter what I do, I would never give up that unique experience because in my life, that is the wedding.